Welcome to Stories in Time. My name is Ellouise Schoettler. I am a storyteller. I've come today with something in my hands that the story is about, but I'm going to tell you the story first. One afternoon, it was a summer day, I got in my car to go up to what was then Wheaton Plaza. I was going slowly on a back road here in the neighborhoods because I wasn't in a big deal rush. I didn't have any shopping to do, and I was thinking as I went along until I realized in my thinking that what was ahead of me was a very slow, rattling truck. And I didn't want to go as slow as he was. And I thought, what is going to happen here? I'm just going to have to poke along behind that person because I don't know why, but they're going so slow. And I was trapped. I couldn't go to the right. This was a two-lane back road. I couldn't go to the right because there was a creek. I couldn't go to the left to pass him because cars were coming my way, and there would be no way for them to get around me. So I was poking along, and then I thought, well, I can at least see what's in that truck. I'm close enough. And so I looked up and looked in, and I could see in the truck. It was full of stuff, full of it. Boxes that weren't taped down, chairs that were with legs up and legs down. There was even a table that looked like it had been thrown in there comfortably. And things would joggle around when he lurched his truck. And once I listened and I heard something hit the asphalt. I looked, something had fell on the road. We were going so slow that I could see what it was. It was a black book laying on the road. I recognized what it was immediately because it had little pictures glued down on the paper. People, women, children, men, even dogs. It was a photograph album of somebody's family and friends. I was sorry for that man who was driving that truck because I have my family photographs to get my history together, but I had to go to North Carolina and beg to get copies of them or to get some originals so that I could do that and that I could actually look at those people and know who they were and how they belonged to me in my family. So I kept following around behind him. And then I saw the end of the road coming, and there were big stop signs there, and I thought, I'll get him then, I'll get him then. And I started honking the horn, and I thought he was deaf. He didn't put the windows down, he didn't wave, nothing. He got to the stop. I moved up closer and blew the horn some more. And then he turned left and pulled out. I looked close quick, up and down the road to see that I was safe, and I pulled out right behind him, following still close. Those are both narrow roads up there. And I thought, he's going to get away. He's going to get into Connecticut Avenue, and I'm not going to be able to catch him. I can't tell him that he has lost something precious. Well, we got up there almost near the street light, the stop and go, and he pulled into a filling station, pulled up next to one of those tanks to get himself some more gas. And I pulled up right beside him, reached over and put the window down. Hey, hey! He didn't look. He must be deaf. And then went, hey, hey! And he didn't look again. And then I put the window on my side down and I started waving. And finally he looked down. And the look on his face, I remember it. He was a bald-headed man. He stuck his head out. and looked down at me like I was a crazy person. I said, I'm trying to tell you something. What? You dropped something off your truck back on the road. It's a photograph album. Oh, it don't matter, lady. What do you mean it don't matter? A photograph album does matter in my mind. What did he mean? It don't matter. Let me tell you, it's not even mine. Not even his. And he doesn't care. Somebody hired me to take all that stuff. A 94-year-old woman just died. She ain't got no family, no children, nothing. Nobody wants that stuff. I'm taking it to the dump. I couldn't believe what he was telling me. He was taking it to the dump. Nobody wants that old stuff. Well, I would want it. I knew it. I knew in my heart I would want it. So I just put my feet on the gas and turned around as quick as I could and went right back down that road until I saw it. I turned on my blinkers, the yellow ones, the watch out ones, and stopped nearly in the middle of the road, right where this album was laying. I got out as quick as I could and ran around and got it and got back in the car. This was going to be mine. Well, although I might find the name in there, and if I did, I'd have to return it to the family. Well, he said she didn't have any family, didn't he? As soon as I could pull off the road into a driveway, I sat there and I looked at it. It was a attractive, dark-haired woman on almost every page. There were boats. It was summer for them, for this book. And she was standing on the deck of a very attractive boat. And she was wearing 1940 outdoor set. You know, the long pants that were sort of wide and skirty looking, and a beautiful shirt. She was attractive. And then on the next page was a white dog. I can't say that he was that attractive, but he was standing up, reaching out. Obviously, one of the people in this picture was his master. I looked everywhere. There wasn't a sign on the side of the water. There wasn't anything to identify where they were. No idea. They were on water, and it looked like it must be nearby. Oh, here's an old woman with white hair, and she's holding up a dish mop to threaten the photographer. I tried to lift some of the pictures, but they were glued, and I didn't want to tear them. And there were no names on the front. And I guessed, well, there was one like this one, not a name on the back, not a name on the back. There was nothing in this book to tell you who the 94-year-old woman was or where she was. Nobody knew. So all the time, I put names on the back of my family photographs. The old ones, I go and I stick very carefully because you don't want to write on the back of the paper and ruin the photograph. I want to know who these people are. And if you get a name, you can look them up. You can know who they are. How do they come into your life? Whether you were a child when you met them, or now, even today, I tell people, go home, get your boxes out, and write on the back. You can even put a little sticky on the back so that you don't have to write on the photograph. I hope you'll do that. I love my photographs, and I have found out more about the people in a book like this than most anywhere else. Good luck. Thank you very much.